is ready to blaze it and smoke it up. Alex O'Neill, look at him go.
Hell yeah, Mike Burgess. Let's rip it.
Cyber Genji is here and ripping it in Overwatch 2.
He's got neon tattoos because he's a cyber Genji.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He's got those cyber shuriken. So cool. You might want to spend some money on him. Do you know what I mean?
By that battle pass.
Look at that battle pass. Yeah, this is Overwatch 2. It's finally here. We're grouped up here. We're gonna play together. Some Overwatch 2. Yeah, so like there's a lot of weird stuff in Overwatch 2. Or I don't know. I wouldn't. Never mind. I wouldn't call it weird. Overwatch 2 essentially is making Overwatch a modern video game, for better or worse, right? As you can see here in the top menu, there is a battle pass and there's a shop now in Overwatch, basically. You can spend currency to get skins and cosmetics rather than loot boxes. Same with a battle pass, because Overwatch is now free to play. It's completely free to play. It's cross-play, cross-progression, all that fun stuff. I'm playing here on PlayStation now because I was able to carry over my stuff from when I played Overwatch 1 back in the PC days. So that stuff all carried over. I can show you my little social tab, or not social, career profile tab, and you can see there's all my stuff from Overwatch 1. And, well, I think now, and then I think it'll eventually start mixing in the Overwatch 2 stuff. I don't know if you can like split those yet.
Yeah,
from what I can tell, but I think it's just total lifetime kind of thing. But yeah, Overwatch is here. Do you think we should we can probably just jump in and play, even though like there is some new things to show off, despite what a lot of people on the internet feel, right?
Sure. Then we can play around, and then maybe we can explore like the shop and the battle pass and stuff.
Yes. So let's just jump in. We'll do quick play role queue. I've been doing all. I don't know if you pick a particular one, just because that's been the fastest for me, and also they kind of give extra experience and stuff for doing all queues.
Yeah, I generally do support queue.
Okay.
For the most part, which I'm happy to do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can just do this for now for a couple games or something. Because it's also like quicker from what I found, because you can see there is like queue times. So this was at one point the role queue stuff was added into original Overwatch.
Yes, I was there back in that day.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was before or post my Overwatch playing, because I really only mainly played Overwatch when it was like probably towards the end of 2017. Oh, like we're double support, baby.
Hell yeah.
My go-to support, I usually play as Lucio. He feels pretty good, and then there's one of those characters I like playing Overwatch 1, and like immediately picked him up in this and was like, yep, I feel kind of at home already in a good way. I felt personally.
Yeah,
but
I'm a Mercy main.
Mercy main, but you're checking out the new character Kiriko, who I played a little bit of. I'm still getting used to her. She seems like a precision, kind of more technical character.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of Zenyatta.
Yeah, definitely.
She can be very aggressive.
Yeah.
Very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I'd personally say like aggressive is like a good term for Overwatch 2 in general, because even with like, again, I played in 2017 Overwatch, like compared to this like that game was relatively fast paced, but like this one feels like that, like they like very very much went for the design philosophy of like, now we're doing rushdown, it's time to just run in and gun.
I think a big part of it becoming a 5v5 game instead of a 6v6 game is that this whole like, single tank meta of like,
they straight up, that was like the straight up the role they took out, because now it's 5v5 like you said, was the other tank that we had. That's a Symmetra turret. Ouch. So that's definitely been the main thing. I've definitely felt the difference, even with the little I played, Whereas like the game just feels definitely a lot more like intense in terms of like it's more about rushing in. It's more about getting in conflict rather than like kind of hunkering down behind barriers or hunkering down in a defensible position. It's more about like let's get in there and fuck some shit up, basically.
And we're playing the new mode right now too, which is this push mode.
Yep.
Both trying to capture this robot, make him push a barricade forward to the enemy base. Kind of like a simultaneous payload, basically.
Yep, exactly.
Or fighting for the payload.
Yeah, you can see that big giant robot is pushing the barrier, and it's trying to like get to our base essentially, and we need to kind of stop it. But a lot of our teammates here are kind of spread out. I'm seeing already, and that's like I just see here.
Not going our way.
You can see on my kill cam here. It is just me on like trying to stop that push, and that usually is not how it's supposed to be. But hey.
Yeah, this isn't going our way. But sometimes that's how Overwatch go.
Yeah. It's definitely a team game, right? And if you're not playing as a team, like look at that. Like I just watched all of them as a team come around the corner, and we just got clapped. Like
absolutely, yep.
If it's a team game, so if you're not playing like with team and coordination and like working together, like it's it's just not gonna be a good time.
It's one of those things, like a lot of changes have happened to Overwatch since it came out, right? And I think like it's funny because right, you played a lot when it came out. I played a good amount when it came out, but I feel like I played more in like that middle era of Overwatch than anything. Like when they collapsed the defender role, like they just made all those characters attackers. Right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Which was a big change.
Yeah.
And then when they started switching stuff around, like making major reworks, I think that's when I started having a little bit more of an up and down relationship. Like Mercy's ult used to be like this whole area of effect group revive, and now like it's totally different.
Yeah, it's single target, right? Yeah, and some of that stuff was like, I think that also helps me feeling like a much fresher game because like I did not experience a lot of that.
Yeah,
and being like I know like I like Torbjorn in the first game, and like he is a very different character now, but I actually kind of like that new character because he does not feel as vulnerable as he kind of originally did, where he feels like you can be kind of on the front lines more, which I like because you can literally just throw the turret down immediately at all times, and he has kind of the like buff himself real quick when you kind of like want to get into a fight. So I do like a lot of those aspects. Yeah, we just got rolled there, so that's kind of that's how it goes sometimes.
Hopefully the next one will go a little better.
Yeah.
They had a very good Symmetra, to be fair.
Yeah, the Symmetra was good, and like they were playing like a team. Like that's like again I mentioned it like is very crucial to like the failure and success of Overwatch. At least from my experience, this has always been like if you have people who are just like spread out. Or the thing that I always remembered was the single file line of people rather than like grouping up. Like I see that all the time because like and in fairness, like if you're not familiar with the game, like that's just like an intrinsic thing, right? It's like I need to get back to the battlefield. I need to run in, and like I definitely did a ton of that when I first started playing too. Of just like they're doing this objective thing. I need to get the objective as quickly as possible and stop this. But like if your character you're playing is not the person that can make a difference, like. You're not going to make a difference. That's why you need to do it as a group. And so...
Yeah, that's why I like playing the support a lot. I think the support characters have like a really good variety of like different kind of roles within the support role that they can play. Like Mercy, who I play the most, is like a very dedicated healer. Right? She's not very aggressive at all. But like Zenyatta is like the fucking tank ender. Yeah. And is really good to pair with like someone who's going to do a lot of healing. Zenyatta's not going to be healing a lot, but he will be helping the team take out priority targets really well.
Yeah.
And that all that cool stuff I think that made Overwatch cool is just exemplified here just because there are so many characters, right? Like I had played all of the Overwatch characters before they had come to Overwatch 2, and you get a couple of big reworks in the transition to Overwatch 2, like Orisa and Doomfist and stuff like that. But You know, for a lot of people that like you that might have only played Overwatch when it was brand new, like you get to see a lot of really cool stuff now, and it's a good jumping in point for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've liked a lot of the changes to characters that I was familiar with, and like Orisa is a good example of that because like she was one of the characters I did get to play with before I stopped playing, and like I was not the biggest fan of her in Overwatch 1, but in Overwatch 2, like she is super fun. Like we are by no means pro players. I should have said that out the gate. Like if you were coming here expecting like hardcore pro gameplay for Overwatch, like man, you came to the wrong YouTube video for sure. As I proceed to get smacked by this as a Lucio player, I will at some point I shared on my social media, but I will share this clip in this viewpoint so I can have my one shining moment of looking like a good player at this video game. Of like I got like a 5, almost like a full team kill myself in one match as Orisa, and it was super fun, and it's a good clip, so I will share that.
Zarya gets it. She's saying like group up.
Yeah. So there are tags and stuff like that, which I appreciate, and there's like a lot of really nice options in the menu for like customizing your like control layouts and stuff. Like I have that too, of like, you know, I have a group up or like a ping to like, hey, let's defend here. You defend this thing, kind of like pings saved. On top of just like a big wheel to do stuff, you can like single out like pings and things like that, which I like.
We're getting rolled once more.
Yeah, where's some of our teammates are spawning in. Okay, I'm coming to group up with you guys. Alright, it's rushing here. Oh, that's yeah. Again, that's the problem. Is like, what is this? What is these guys
this
doing?
This is where they all are, and
yeah,
it's all bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we just got Oh yeah. They're all here. I don't know why people were fighting in that corridor alone.
Yeah, the Hanzo is down here alone, and
yep. That's just it's just how it goes sometimes, especially because like we're in quick play.
Yeah, there's more ways to communicate in this versus OG Overwatch. Like there's a whole new menu of like dialogue things that you can drop, like I need help, or we should push the point, or like watching here, I'll watch here, you know, stuff like that. So they've taken that, which I really liked in original Overwatch, of like that whole let's group up, like really simple ways to communicate with the team that ended up being like really helpful. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit here.
Yeah.
It's a little Baptiste action here. But yeah, there's a lot of cool characters like Baptiste, like Ana, like Echo was the last Overwatch 1 hero that they added. And then the 3 new heroes that they have launching with Overwatch 2 are Junker Queen as the tank, Sojourn as the attacker, and Kiriko as the support.
Yeah,
and I think they're all pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're all pretty good. I will say I think in particular maybe Sojourn seems like a really good character.
Yes, for sure.
like she's like out of the 3, I would say like stood out to me, and like in playing her and also like having matches where I fight against players who seem already really good with her. They can just, you know, they are like a DPS character that I can like decide to match just because they are so strong.
Yes,
and like I feel like that's you know, in a game like this that will probably be a character that's adjusted at some point.
Yes, for sure. Because I can see the Sojourn nerfs coming.
Yeah, and I think that's like one thing, right? Because I know like I'm sure like, you know, again, the double-edged sword, I think there's like a no right answer to this kind of deal where like, you know, Overwatch before was a $40 game you would buy, and you know you'd have access freely to a lot of the content, especially like unlockable stuff. Right now it's all free to play. You got to basically buy skins, cosmetic stuff now. Like I think but I think ultimately with the benefit of having that ongoing cosmetic and battle pass system, that will allow them to like more update the game more regularly and also do those kind of things compared to what they were doing before, because I feel like there was a point where like they kind of wanted to switch to Overwatch 2 for whatever weird reason they wanted to do that.
Yeah, because Activision wanted them to put out more sequels type deal.
Yeah, which kind of forced their hand into making this one, which then stopped original Overwatch from receiving a lot of updates.
Yeah.
But I think even regardless of that, like, I think there is still a fair scenario where Overwatch 1 probably would have not... was kind of, I feel like, slow to update compared to some other games. Especially compared to, like, now, where, like, you know, games like, you know, a game we play a lot, like Destiny, gets a lot of pretty big updates.
Yeah, pretty regularly.
Like every few months, and, like, I feel like Overwatch was never on that level.
Yeah, it's like the seasonal model has really taken the video game rollout strategy for live service stuff by storm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got locked out from getting back to people.
Yeah, we all got frozen.
Yeah. I did. Unfortunate. Yeah. Oh man, our whole team was down. So everyone.
My ultimate is ready.
Mine is as well, but I think they all just used theirs, so I think we might be in a good spot to try to. Okay, I see. We're all coming in.
Might be able to do a little damage here.
We're all going this way, apparently.
There
we go. We got Thanks, some of them. Yep. Let's get May here. Yeah, she's kind of solo, so she needs to get out of there. Alright, we got her. Cool.
Alright.
Let's see if we can hold it.
Yeah, I think, like, there's a whole battle pass that is going to be, I assume, a seasonal model. It seems like 60 days per season.
Yeah.
I wonder if that will change in the future.
Yeah, and I know they've said, like, with those... Well, I think at first it'll be different, where, like, it'll be... I think the next battle pass that'll come out will have another hero, but after that, it'll then, like, alternate between a hero and a map each battle pass, I think is how they put it. Which, like, you know, that's more than I feel like what previous Overwatch kind of got regularly in that time span, but I could be misremembering, because again, I did not play. I played, you know, for a couple updates, but not.
Yeah,
they
would have the competitive seasons, right? Would change every few months, and it wasn't always like a guarantee of like, okay, after this season we're gonna get a new map, or after this season we're gonna get a new hero. And they did a lot of fun stuff in the middle of Overwatch 1 of like adding the arcade menu, which then added stuff like Team Deathmatch and Mayhem and all these other like game mode types that were not in the game originally.
Yeah.
They did a good job of like adding that, and like that. I mean, it's crazy to think of like Overwatch 1 was a loot box video game.
Yep, there's the loot boxes. Yeah. And, like, I know, like, there was a lot of longtime players that were upset because, like, the thing with that was, like, even with a loot box system where you get random stuff, you'd also get those coins. And you could save up those coins and basically jump into an update where they added, like, a seasonal event or maps or something. And then that was like, oh, yeah, we can now just go buy a bunch of this stuff because we now have all these coins. And you can technically, in this game, earn those same coins as well, but like would take a much astronomically long time to actually earn a single skin compared to that original game. So I could see people who like had just a bunch of that stuff accrued because they played a lot over the years, like now have kind of nothing again, so to speak, and have to kind of do that all over again. I can see how that kind of upsets them, but also like I think, you know, again, like you said, like the kind of wishy-washy kind of setup they had before, where like they didn't always have these things out on like a more set schedule, and also would have like more droughts because you could only have like, okay, we got a new character, but like, you know, this character also might be like super OP for a much longer period of time because they took longer to patch stuff. Where it seems like with this model, this will allow them to like react to things more quickly and also like update the game more frequently. Like we already had a thing where I saw like Bastion was super broken. Like literally, like you could like do his ult infinitely or something weird like that, and they were able to do a thing now where like, oh, we're just removing him from the game until we can fix that. Like, so you can't just so he's just like literally not a selectable character at the moment.
Yeah, Torbjorn is also disabled in competitive play at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like crazy to look back, as Overwatch 1 was a loot box driven video games. Like the thing with that game would be like their seasonal events, but those seasonal events wouldn't come with like new characters. It would just be like new skins, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And
for sure.
And it'd be like, oh, the Chinese New Year event is happening, so like there's going to be a bunch of new skins of that style that people like, or the summer games event is happening. There was not like an event to go with it. Sometimes like during the Halloween event they had like this really fun PvE mode that was like,
yeah, I love that. I love that
stream.
I love that PvE stuff. And like, that's another big thing, right? Of like there was supposed to be PvE with this game. That was like a big selling point when they first revealed it, and then they went like, oh yeah, we're not doing that. This is taking too long. All right, I think I'm like all here by myself again, this is fun. This is happening again.
It's happening again.
Yep.
They're just
try and
melting.
Back off. Well, the problem is like some of our like DPS players are like not here with us.
Yeah, I think this Genji is just standing here for like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, so that happens sometimes because our Reinhardt's been like spamming that like group up this whole time. And it's like, I'm here, buddy. I'm sorry. Like I don't know what to do.
We're trying our best, Reinhardt.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how the quick play world goes in Overwatch.
Yeah, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty bad. Here, I got this. Oh, I didn't get off in time. Well.
Oh, I should have stayed in front of you.
It's okay.
And they shield up.
I thought I didn't react quick enough with my barrier. Oh, well, apparently I still lost it, which is unfortunate. But
sorry, we got him. We're
okay,
back
cool.
on me and Reinhardt. We're back to back.
Yeah, this Genji is once again just kind of standing in a corner. There's a tracer going here at least.
Oh, Tracer's dead. So.
But this Genji is not very helpful. He's just sitting in this corner again. There's another person here at least.
You got my super at least.
Oh,
they got a sniper.
Yeah, that Kiriko has done her. So yeah, they're just popping their supers now. So yep, how much we can do against that?
Yeah, this is like I don't know if they're still technically calling it like Overwatch 2 early access, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's what this is either. That is a good question.
Their Widowmaker just immediately kills me every time I show up.
Yeah, I see.
That's like the thing that like having played a lot of competitive mode of this game, because I just like it just because it's like a longer match.
Sure.
You play both sides. It's always just been kind of my enjoyment of that. But like, I'm a very good Mercy, and if the enemy team figures out that you have a very good Mercy, like they will just drop everything.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah. If you have like competent team members who know like who to pick off and who to do, like
yeah,
and you don't.
Very rarely will you have a team that actually defends a good Mercy.
Yeah, yeah. It's just as case in point in this match, as we like, it's like we've had really no DPS support.
Yeah, it's just been us and the tank.
yeah. So I don't really know what's going on here, unfortunately.
Sorry, these are the pros and cons of Overwatch,
Yeah, for sure. I'm just getting chased by DPS heroes, and I'm like getting away from them because like this soldier like really can't shoot. Oh my god, the Genji's actually here.
I know. I watched him leave. I was like, "Are you gonna do something?"
He actually came over and he's like fighting with me now. Oh my god, what a concept! All right, so I've got the robot, so like they've gotten far enough away from the robot where I can move it. Oh, Tifa's here now. Never mind. Oh, never mind. They're here. Oh yeah, oh boy, they all showed up. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you alive.
Yeah.
No.
That's okay. They literally all just like, no one was there, and all of a sudden just like 3 people just walked around a corner, and it's like, well, I don't think I'm gonna last long.
This music stops for no one.
But you know, all right, I think I'm coming. Yeah, once again, our Genji. I see everyone, you two, fighting by yourself, and the Genji just like flipping around in a corner by himself. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know what's happening here, but
The Tracer's trying to flank. It looks like now, but
yeah. I mean, I guess at least we've you know, we haven't been able to move the thing ourselves at all, but we've at least held it back a little. I feel good about that at least, I guess.
Yeah. You look up at the top and you can see like where we need to get it to.
Yeah, exactly.
To compete. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, let's see if that happens. Oh man, this Diva has her ult again.
Yeah, she's very, very aggressive.
Yeah, that's like the name of this game though, for sure. So
Yeah, I
the
do
Diva's
like.
playing it well.
I do miss the 6v6 just because I like the idea of having more players. You know, we always joke like when we're playing Destiny that 3 people is just not enough people to play regular activities with.
Yeah, sometimes for
leaving somebody
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh man, who was your 6 in Overwatch? You know?
Yeah, now they're just not going. I'm sure there will, like, I don't know, I haven't looked around too much in the like some of the other modes. I wouldn't be surprised if that's maybe like in arcade now or something, but I haven't looked.
seen it. I've been looking for it. But I have not seen it.
Yeah, even if it's not in now, like I would very much not be surprised. They just went like, yeah, 6v6 is an option now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can just still play that in this, because why not?
Yeah, I mean at that point, like why not? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Arcade should have.
Yeah, they're
access to
yeah,
a bunch of
totally.
silly stuff.
Totally. The arcade mode already has like a tons of stuff in it. Why not just throw that in there?
Yeah, it's got like 3v3 elimination and 4v4 deathmatch. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and it has like the old Overwatch that I remembered before roll queue. Like you can go play that where it's just like,
Yeah,
I don't know, you can just have like
4 mercies. Who cares?
Yeah, you can just have like 3 or 4 tanks on a team at once, and we're all just all just trying to do something. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna do this.
All right, now we're getting in there.
Yeah, we're fighting back. It's because our DPSs are like actually here to help fight. That's definitely been a big thing.
Rally. Oh, see again, that Sojourn drops that damage bubble, and it's just like fucking all over for us.
Yeah, the damage bubble. Basically, what that does is it like quick charges her like railgun. It gives that like a faster charge while people are taking damage from it. So you can just
and it
that
slows
can just be,
the people in it too.
Yeah, it can just She's just a very strong character out the gate.
Yeah,
sure.
She's got like denial. She's got damage. She's got a great ult fire too. It's just no weaknesses right now. And Junker Queen is definitely like a really interesting new take on it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like a lot of the tanks in Overwatch before were like, I have a shield, you know, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Now you have a couple more of like, you got Junker Queen, you got Doomfist, you've got, oh god, Orisa, who doesn't have like that big shield anymore.
Yeah, she's not have a shield anymore. Basically, it's just Reinhardt and who's his name, Sigma. He has a barrier. I guess Winston has a barrier,
Winston has his bubble still.
Yeah, I rarely see them use that.
Winston also has like this really cool new ult fire where he has like a ranged projectile. As well. Yeah,
it does seem pretty good. Yeah, we just clapped this diva. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely rolled up on that diva.
Good. Yeah, she was by herself. All right, so we basically have to get this push. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
we can try.
We sure can try.
I do like this robot mode. It's definitely like the most aggressive mode.
Yes, for sure. You're just literally running with this big robot. Like that's kind of the whole thing. Alright. I tried to cancel out. Oh, I'm not canceling out that super.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
I got the Sojourn one, but oh, yeah, we gotta stay with, yeah, keep the robot moving.
There we go.
Team
That's a
kill,
team
nice. Oh, big W. Let's keep moving this
Two
robot.
people, their team quit. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
that.
did it? Oh, wow. Well,
That's Overwatch, baby.
Overwatch,
The salt-
baby.
The salt
Take
always running big.
Yep, let's take. I'll take this W if we get it. Oh yeah, another person. Just oh no, it's unfortunate.
Shout out to this Reinhardt.
I mean, we still have to get we have to still get it to the thing. Yeah, you can see now. We have to get it to that orange point.
I'm getting better. This is the first time I'm like feeling pretty good with Brigitte.
Yeah, she's definitely a character I've not played enough.
She's hard.
For
Just
sure.
because she's like part tank, part support.
Yeah.
You have to be really aggressive because she can only heal if she is like doing damage near her allies. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the changes they made with her in Overwatch 2 is that like before her shield bash was like a stun. It would like stun enemies. But
Okay.
now it doesn't stun, but it charges faster and it triggers her like AoE healing around her. So you can kind of use it to get in, get your healing going, and then go from there.
I guess they got too many of us away from the
Yeah,
thing.
we got off the robot.
I will endorse that Reinhardt at least because
Yeah, same.
he was trying to keep it together.
Yeah, he was trying.
Yeah, I'd still say that was a pretty alright match considering we at least did not get steamrolled like those first two.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think
exactly.
if we had a little bit more help there in the first couple matches, our first parts of that, that would have been nice. Let's say maybe do one more and then we can look at some of the other stuff in the game. How does that sound to you?
Sure. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a classic map.
Yeah, classic map. Yeah, that's like the thing. Like another thing worth mentioning because we've been talking about it where like a lot of people like were like bummed that Overwatch 1 was like being shut down in order for this to be up. But at the end of the day, like everything that was kind of in Overwatch 1 is here more or less. It obviously it's just that this 6v6 way to play is no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
But all the characters are still here. If you got like skins and cosmetic things from the first game, that all carries over into this. So like, I guess I was not as like bummed out to hear that personally. That's
one of those
okay.
things of, I'm bummed that I had all these unredeemed loot boxes. No, I'm bummed that the 6v6 mode is gone forever. And it is
Sure.
also like part of that original pitch for Overwatch 2 was that Overwatch 1 was going to keep going.
Oh, okay. I forgot that they said that.
Yeah. And like you would be able to play from Overwatch 1 the competitive mode with people playing Overwatch 2. There's a lot of that original pitch that has
It's
not
just
come to
it's
fruition.
clearly not happened. But hey, I guess it is absolutely worth bringing up that like Blizzard is definitely in a fucking weird place.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot of changes.
Gone through a lot of
They're wrapping
changes,
up
and
time.
they were part of a lot of bad shit these past few years, or I should say, a lot of bad shit got aired out fully to the public. So I totally get the feelings of people who like saw this and was just like, yeah, I don't even want to even remotely get into this because Blizzard's kind of a piece of trash company that needs to figure stuff out. Oh, I just got flanked hella hard. I tried to get away, but literally the Moira and Tracer just were like in our spawn, I guess, and just kind of came up around us
damn it.
and collapsed a few of us as we were coming towards the thing. Yeah, well, a bunch of people are dead. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm alone now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get these people
I'll just
to
switch
group up.
to Mercy.
Oh, somebody
Going.
just left. That's fun.
Immediately left, yeah.
Yep. As I'm trying to get people to group up. But I mean, I think that's also like, you know, I think there's probably a lot of people at least trying this out and quickly realizing it's like a different game and what kind of game it is. You know, I think there's always that moment, right, for any kind of video game that's like, oh, this is like this weird, this was like some kind of multiplayer, you know, shooter, not like this super team-focused thing. Like, I think there's still a lot of people who don't even realize that kind of aspect. Oh, I got clapped. Because you still see tons of people that still do that, who like come in and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just play Widowmaker the entire match and just snipe from a corner. Like, you'd think people had figured out that's maybe not the best way to always play the game, but
Yep.
you still see people do it. Like,
Classic was like, I'm gonna be Bastion, and I'm gonna go in the turret mode,
Yep.
and I'm gonna sit in the corner. And
Yep.
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
changed that
exactly.
specifically because people would do that, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
big
we were
dragon.
just kidding. This Tracer is like, no one is doing anything about her, and she just keeps killing me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just trying to go in with the Reinhardt, and then we just get immediately flanked and just get murdered. So I think we're just gonna get clapped here. Yeah, this.
Yeah, please, just end it. Please, like, I don't want to suffer anymore. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Which
feeling
is definitely a feeling I've had about Overwatch.
Yeah,
before.
yeah, absolutely. It can, when you kind of playing with a lower team level and there's clearly no coordination happening, like it can feel like a bummer.
Yeah.
I definitely
It's
kind of.
the pitfall of team games of like, hey, you can be doing great, but if your team is not with you, then you will not succeed.
Yeah. If people are not playing this game like it's a team game, yeah. Oh, we got enough people away from the robot. Oh no, he's back. All right, where's this Mercy? This is kind of their big thing right now. I don't know why me as a Lucio is the one trying to target the Mercy by myself,
Again,
but you know.
Tracer is just walking around behind us, shooting all of the supports right in the back.
Yeah.
And no one is doing anything about it.
Yeah,
I
basically.
killed Tracer as Mercy, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah. It's you know, that's sometimes you gotta do your own dirty work, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It's one of those things of like, I remember when these characters were their most broken.
Right.
And it's definitely like different from then, at least.
Absolutely.
I am curious, like, how things are going to evolve. You know, abilities will change. Like, Bastion getting all these new abilities in Overwatch 2. Like, Mei no longer freezes enemies. Also, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, people used to hate Mei.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never gotten more
like
hate mail.
She was the most
as a
trollish.
player.
She was absolutely probably like the biggest troll character in the first game, I would say.
Yeah, and she was also very strong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, yeah, I used to play her a lot, and I had never gotten more hate mail than when I played Mei in any video game ever.
Yeah. And once again, I'm now also the one soloing the Mercy as a Lucio. Because, like, no one else is attempting to, like, go after her. Alright. We're getting here. They have a Moira now. I saw that.
Probably switch back. I think that might have been the Mercy.
Oh, this Moira is just doing the trolly Moira thing of just shooting that orb around.
Ricocheting it off and just hurting as much as
just kind of shooting it off in a direction and being annoying.
Heal for me. The Tracer killed me, of course.
Oh god. Oh, okay, yeah, they're popping off supers. I got.
I just see critical.
Yeah, I know. I'm like right behind you because I got murdered. Yeah, I'm gonna speed us up.
This isn't gonna go well.
Yeah.
Genji, save us.
Oh, he's here.
No, Team Fist, no.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Guess let's run back.
You want to meet up with our Orisa's here?
Tracer's kind of coming for us.
Yeah, I saw it. She's definitely. I'll watch out for the Moira orb.
Oh, we got
Oh,
Cole Cassidy's right next to us.
oh yeah. The Moira came up behind us and got me at least.
Yeah, that's most of our team dead.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, we definitely just got flanked, and once again, that's been most of our problems. Is we just been constantly flanked, and no one's really there to counteract that or attempting
It's
to.
tough. Like, there's not a great mode. There's obviously the practice range and stuff. There's not a great mode to like jump in and try and learn a new hero. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can only get so much from the training.
Yeah.
So yeah, like people who like are clearly like, yeah, like you're saying, like this Tracer clearly seems like they have played a lot of this character, and they're just they're just coming in and wrecking our house, like she
Yeah.
just did there on me in that kill cam. Yeah, so just seeing Moira standing out our spawn door, so that's always a good sign.
Although I will say
mean,
this is probably the
just
most.
they just hung out here, but then like somebody took the robot away, so like there's no one here at the robot. So I don't know. Well, now they're all here, so I'm gonna go away again.
This is definitely one of the more egregious instances of spawn camping that I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it on one other map. It's one of the new ones because like that was like I think is like not a good map. It's
Yeah.
like it's like one of the new ones for this game. Or at least I don't remember from Overwatch 1 rather. Because it's literally a thing where it's like one of those like payload, or like you have to like capture a point, and then I think
Hybrid maps?
it makes a payload,
Yeah.
and then you gotta like take the payload. And it like puts
Is it like the Hollywood one?
no, it's not the Hollywood one. I remember that from the first game. This
Yeah,
one's
there's
like
another.
this
Hollywood
one's like
yeah.
way more egregious than that because it's literally like they can just like the spawn you come out of is like a big like basically like a big left turn into like a kill kind of corridor that they can just set up immediately in,
Sure.
and you just like it just feels so one-sided on that map.
I like that all of the times of day for all the maps that are returning have changed.
Yeah.
Gives a little flair to
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, it is kind of cool. Here I am murdering the Mercy again.
Yeah, there's Moira and Tracer behind us as usual this entire time.
Yeah.
Just killing me first immediately.
Yeah. Yep. I see him. Oh, I'm reloading. Go away, Tracer. I'm probably gonna die. I mean, we're on this thing. Oh no, now they're coming for us. The Tracer actually decided to stop going after us, and I just kind of. Moira, the Orissa's at least staying on the thing.
Orissa's dead.
Yep. There
Rest
it
in
is.
peace.
Yep. That's probably not going to go well.
I killed the Tracer. That's all
Oh, I
care
see.
about.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you guys are popping off over here. I'm probably going to die soon. Yep. They also supered. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like it's just like it feels clear that like they were just ultimately like a way more coordinated team, and like that's most of the times like that's always my thing, is like that can be very frustrating as somebody who's like I would like to have more people to like play these roles and coordinate with, because I feel like I would ultimately be doing and winning more matches.
Yeah.
But when you get matches just that are clear like this, where it's just like, well, this team is just playing their roles and playing more coordinated stuff.
Yeah, that's why like we're playing probably the role queue as opposed to open queue, where it's like 4 attackers and 1 tank. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
we don't need this.
yeah, exactly. I do not miss that kind of aspect from the original Overwatch game, because I remember playing a lot of quick play and being like, all right, I actually want to play this role, and like try and play the objectives, and it's just like, no, here's just gonna be 3 people, half the team joins, and they're just all picking DPS heroes, and there's the Widowmaker sniping over here, and some person playing Genji just because they want to be like, they want to get their cool KD, whatever the hell. And it was like always, I remember being more frustrated by that kind of stuff rather than this, where it's just like, let's, no one's just playing as a team, and that's all you really need to figure out, and that's just how it be in Overwatch.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to take a look at the battle pass a little bit?
Yeah, so we can look at the battle pass here. I am almost, I think I'm about to hit rank 15. So I did purchase the watch point pack.
Yep.
So that gets you the battle pass and a bunch of currency and some other stuff out the gate. But yeah, so you can see you got here's the next skin coming up. That's Kiriko. It's a new skin for her.
I really thought, Destiny's got a pretty good system. Not to bring Destiny into the equation here, but Destiny's got a pretty good system of, with their battle passes, you've got this exotic that you get right away if you buy it, but you get it at rank 25 if you don't buy it. So you'll get it pretty quickly. Whereas here, the hero is kind of like the equivalent in this.
Right.
And it's like you get it right away if you buy it, and then you get it ranked 55 out of 80 if you are doing it the freeway. That seems a little deep in the trenches for, for that.
Yeah, that seems like a lot just for a single new hero. Like I
But
understand.
that's how Fortnite does it though. Like a lot of times they'll put the big skin that they're advertising with at the very end of a 100 tier.
Yep, at 100 tier battle pass, and you gotta do all that stuff or just buy it right away. Yeah, it's right. It's that difficult thing, like I somewhat mentioned earlier. Of like, it feels like there's no right answers to these kind of systems, right? Where like, I feel like if Overwatch, if they still went ahead and continued Overwatch as it is, and it was still just loot boxes or whatever, I think it would have suffered in a different way than what they're trying to do now with Overwatch 2, right? Because like I think you were already starting to see some of that where you saw like a lot less. Obviously, there was the difference of like they had to they were kind of forced by Activision to like start making Overwatch 2. Right, there is some of that, but I still think like even with the loot box system and the way you could kind of supersede that, if you played so much, you could just not really spend any money anymore. Like I think at the end of the day, like these are games are a part of a business, and these companies need to make money to like pay employees and do stuff. So like I think they kind of had to do this. We see it in almost literally every multiplayer video game, and that there's like a reason for that because it actually is the thing that makes money. So
and I think like a world where it's like $10 a season.
Right.
Is still better than like the alternatives of tons of loot boxes that are total random bullshit and monthly fees or things like that for like MMO style ways to monetize the game. And there was definitely an era of Overwatch where people were like, I wish I could just I just want this Witch Mercy skin or whatever, right?
Yes.
For this event, and I just want to buy it. Now you can just buy that one skin and not have to worry about randomness.
Yeah, you can buy skins now just outright, and at some point you will be able to I can see it over there. I don't think you can do it yet. Okay, actually, never mind. You can do it. So you can see if I wanted to because that's the amount of coins or so I got for getting this watch point pack. So if I wanted to, I could literally instantly jump to rank 34 if I wanted to right now because I got this thing or whatever, and those coins you can earn in game as well. Like they're not. Let's see if we can find. I think it's under challenges. If I go to challenges,
it's So
here's how you do it.
Challenges.
Yeah, you go to. There's completing multiple weekly challenges. I think there's also seasonal challenges that give some to. Like I've already done some. But weekly is ones you can see. You can get if you do all of these weekly challenges in a week. You'll get 50 coins each week, and then I think there's more in here somewhere. So and what was that, tiers? So let's see how many tiers that gets you. that's 200 to get basically like a single tier right away. So that would basically be like a month worth of doing weekly challenges to get a single tier. So that is quite a lot. But you know, I think that's how the free to play stuff do be. I haven't looked too much at the shop itself
I have.
because there's just an
A
outright
lot
shop.
of stuff in there. Like there's this whole Overwatch League stuff, which I guess ties into all their like Overwatch teams and
like
stuff,
like
and that
tournament
has its
stuff.
that
Like
has its own
that's a
skins and currency.
yeah, look at that.
That's
And you
totally
can,
separate.
Oh yeah, and you can buy these. There's 100 League tokens. That's $6,
League tokens are way more
$12.
expensive.
Yeah, those are definitely way more expensive. So one skin's 300. So you'd need to spend, geez, 25 bucks to get one of these skins. That's definitely rough. I mean, these are super cool though. It has a pretty cool Mercy skin.
Yeah, I like the Night Mercy skin, but I don't know if there's like a way to earn League points.
I would assume.
Separately?
I would assume there's like, maybe that's actually tied in with watching and playing in the leagues or something. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know. And then the other skins,
because I know like other multiplayer games like Dota and stuff have like stuff similar to that, where like when they have a really big event, there's like a special thing they put out and you like can put stuff up and like get unique cosmetics that are only a part of that, like at the international, which is what the tournament is, and like that can get you a bunch of in-game rewards if you do things related to the tournament, or like follow with or like support a team somehow through that. Yeah, like you said, yeah, those are definitely way more expensive skins, but I honestly think like some of this stuff is like reasonable-ish, because like most of them are like bundles I've seen, at least so far. Like there is this one skin by itself, so that's 1,000 coins, so that's $10. And then the next one up is your 2,200, so that's $20, and that would get you like a bundle like this, where it's like legendary skin. This is like a new thing they've added, which are like charms you can put on weapons, and these charms are things that are like across all characters. So this wouldn't be like a charm just for Sojourn. Like you could put this on any character's weapon, essentially, with those charms, and then you'd have more stuff like this, like player icons, voice lines.
Yeah, it gets tricky when you go into like individual characters, right? You can buy skins for them.
Yeah, you can.
And like most of the legendary skins are 1,900 coins, which is about $20.
Yeah, they're $20 each, and a lot of these are also like, I want to say, you know, at least for me, are like skins from Overwatch 1. So like there are probably some people who played a crap ton of Overwatch 1 and like just have all those. And there's also some, I guess this is like a legacy.
Like me, I have a lot of these skins.
Yeah, like here's like legacy. There's still some legacy credits. Okay, so you did pull over some credits from Overwatch 1, I guess. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
So I could go buy some of these random old things if I wanted to. But yeah, like you said, like you can see here, you can kind of see like the fall off here of like, I have nothing for Sigma or Wrecking Ball. Torbjorn's locked. Because he's in. It says Kiriko's locked, but I definitely have her. I think that's just like there has been some.
It says
there's been some weird bugs.
It's in competitive.
It's in ranked games. I see. Got it.
Yeah, they announced when they did the battle pass, say like the new characters will be disabled for the first competitive season that they're available.
Right.
So they'll just be kind of live in the non-ranked games until the next season. So.
Got it. Okay. I guess that makes sense because there's
Torbjorn and Bastion were disabled because they were being naughty.
Yeah, they just straight up are buggy. But yeah, you know, Overwatch, I'm liking it. More than I thought I would. I do like the changes. Do I see myself playing this as hardcore as like another game? I don't know yet. That's kind of where I'm at.
I like the loop of, as someone who does not play Fortnite.
Yep.
And Fortnite has done a good job at like creating standardization as far as like challenges for a multiplayer game and daily rewards and stuff. I like the daily challenges and getting a bunch of battle pass XP just for like the 3 matches I play in a day, and then I can like peace out for the day. And so
Yeah,
I feel
for
fine
sure.
about that. I think they've done a good job with that. I'm excited to see how the game evolves, and like what we were saying, like maybe arcade brings 6v6 back, or more maps, more heroes, more balance patches.
Yep.
Maybe, you know, in the long run they just bring 6v6 back. Like I don't think anything is going to be stationary with Overwatch, and I think that's fine. I think
Yeah,
that's good.
and I definitely think it's something that's like probably needed, right? Because like I feel like when did that? You said the robot lady Echo was the last Overwatch 1 character, and there was probably and I think it's been like multiple years
It's
since
2020. Yeah.
since that character joined. So like
Hmm.
now to like I'm sure there were probably a lot of people who were still actively playing Overwatch for these years and were like, boy, it's rough in these parts. So I'm really
Yeah.
curious to see now this game is kind of back up and kind of going, and is going to get more regular updates and character. Like we've gotten these 3 new characters in the new mode and maps with this update, and we'll get more characters in the next few weeks. Then we'll start getting like actual new updates. Like I'm curious, yeah, like how like if this will really kind of like sort of revitalize this game, because I feel like a lot of people definitely bounced
Yeah.
after it's kind of slowed down, and then on top of all the horrible kind of stuff that was going on with Blizzard, I think that even deterred a lot more people off, and still I would say in some ways is deterring people, because I think this is really the first game to come out since all that stuff has happened from Blizzard. So I think this will definitely set the tone for what's gonna happen with them, right?
Yeah, they got this and then the WoW expansion in November and then Diablo early next year. So it's
Right.
we are in that new era of Blizzard where like there's been a lot of culling,
Yes.
rightfully so, at Blizzard, and you know, like even like in Overwatch, like the Cassidy and renaming all that and the changing the characters, and
Yep.
like there are people that work on these games, and I think they're really trying to make some fun games
Yeah.
in spite of all of the terrible shit that's going on at Blizzard. So
Totally.
I'm hopeful that we're entering that new
Yeah.
era for Blizzard games. That's good.
Yeah. I'm definitely in that hopeful space as well. I'm hopeful that
Yeah.
this game can come together, and like and like even if I don't ultimately stick with playing the PvP side of this regularly, like when we finally do get the PvE component of this game, I think I'm still this has definitely persuaded me enough to know like I definitely want to see that and play, and like if that is well done, then this might become a game I play a lot. Because that was ultimately, even in Overwatch 1, like you mentioned earlier, those like seasonal events that were kind of like the little almost like horde style missions, almost like again we brought up again Destiny, like it basically made like a Destiny strike in Overwatch, and like those are super fun.
Yeah.
And I liked the lore in the world of Overwatch, which I feel like they one of the things that like started getting personally, at least from my perspective, like it felt like they hit a point where they started kind of getting away from doing that stuff at in terms of like when they brought in characters, it felt more like they're bringing characters to kind of fit the competitive nature of the game, which is obviously way more popular, so it makes sense. So I get that understanding, but it was definitely a bummer to me as somebody who liked them trying to build the story, and it felt like they just hit a point where it's like, all right, we're just kind of stuck here, and it seems like at least hopefully when this PvE comes, it feels like that's truly going to be moving this world forward, which I think could be really cool in a different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, I think at the end of the day, I think me and you are just like in a hopeful mindset when it comes to this game, and hopes hopes the game does well, but also hopes Blizzard as a company can figure itself out, maybe under the new management, which also did happen, and will probably happen here in the next like year or so as this game is being worked on. We'll see a lot of changes as well in that regard. So I'm ultimately still hopeful. You know, who knows? You know, maybe we'll post this and a day later it'll be like, yes, stuff's still bad at Blizzard, man. This sucks. Like,
Yeah,
it could totally happen.
happen.
It could totally happen, and that's like it's a bummer. It sucks. But you know, I still would like to see. But I still want to be hopeful that you know they're figuring it out and they are on a positive uptick and figuring that all out, and that will ultimately, I think, make this game and the other games that will eventually come from Blizzard that much better. But yeah,
Agreed.
Overwatch 2.
That's Overwatch 2, baby.
Overwatch 2, indeed.
The complicated, messy game that it is.
Yes, it very much is, but you know, it is a fun game. Even though we spent the last hour just getting trashed, but you know, I still had a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
I still would like to maybe find some other folks to jump in with and maybe try and actually get like a slightly more team match in, even if it's like one or two more people, not even a full squad. Like I would like to find that, but we'll see. But for now, thanks everybody for watching and hanging out with us. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Bye bye.